Good morning, everyone. So we are the group 3. My co-members are Arshel Stanislao, John Lauren Acolo, and Razel Peter Panes. So in this video lecture, we're going to discuss the linguistic future of the internet. The linguistic future of the internet starts by observing the meaning of the transcendence of the technology. So because of the advanced technology we have today, the language on the internet continue to evolve. Applied internet linguistics looks at applications of the internet in the field of foreign language teaching, with virtual classrooms providing areas in which students may express themselves in the other language. One of the common example for this one is studying English as a second language through online education. So in this platform, it allows young foreign students, for example, Chinese, to learn English through a qualified home-based teachers in the Philippines or from other country. In this platform, the teacher and the learner engage in a fun and meaningful learning environment. The developments of language. This will only occur because of two following reasons. First are those which will affect the nature of language used within an individual speech community. So, meaning the speech community we belong may affect the nature of our language when we connect and we communicate through online. So, for instance, if we have friends from different speech community and we communicate with them through online, so there's a huge possibility that it will affect ours and it will affect the nature of language and the speech community we belong. The second one is those which will bring language together. So the internet is composed of different languages. So for the online users to understand another, it should have a mutual understanding of what language they are going to use so that they could understand one another. Same contents will also be present in the internet, especially the emerged speech and writing ones. Applied varieties for specific professions. So, for example, the language of law and the language of medicine that are used in on the internet. So there are different jargons or terms for the language on law and also different jargons for the language of medicine. So only people who work or related in this field could understand the jargons that they used in their communication or any article. Internet facilitates clinical, remedial, educational tasks, at least with sources to both reading and writing. Applied linguistics is the application of linguistic theories. So we all know that there are a lot of theories in applied linguistics. So the theories, excuse me, the theories for the last 10 years to 20 years may still be relevant in the future because of many scholars and researchers would use this as a references. Methods, concepts, and research findings to the clarification and solution of problems in fields where language plays central role. The internet is such a field as it is totally dependent on language, whether written or spoken, even in case of websites which consist of no more images is present in the underlying content specification of the pages. Well, we cannot imagine internet without language because everything we see on the internet is composed of languages, not just English, but other languages as well. So when we send email, we use language. When we communicate our friends, when we chat our loved ones, we use language. When we watch videos, they speak languages. When we listen when we listen to music, it is composed of languages. So basically, internet is dependent on language. The internet situations do not take into account the ambiguity inherent in the use of language. The online searching problems are irrelevance, incoherence, and inaccuracy. Polysemy means, for example, present permanent potential ambiguity. Polysemy refers to the coexistence of possible meaning of a word or a phrase. Internet industry operates as if ambiguity did not exist. An important aspect of applied internet linguistics is to provide the industry with a more sophisticated linguistic perspective. There are two ways of solving ambiguity, grammatical and lexical. Both have potential for application. Charge in isolation has so much meaning: military, electrical, legal, and monetary, etc. A discourse analysis needs to be made of what is on the screen and how it is organized. If we wish to process a web page about, for example, refrigerators, typical screenshot of a retail site will display a great deal of organizational information containing lexical items that are nothing to do with refrigerators. As this below clarify: home help, about contact, sign in my account. All this information, along with the associated programming lexicon, sort bin, pin, find value, etc., has to be discounted when the page is scraped to identify the desired text, and this is not easy. The applied future linguistics has still, we're expecting more changes when it comes to the advanced technology with the use of gadgets, for example. And one thing is for sure, the language in the future is still English. However, the style, maybe the style would be different because the style we have today in writing, or the way how people construct sentences and the way how people use words in a communication event may vary, especially if they have different speech community. So yeah, one thing is for sure, language would be the same. Language will still be the same. However, the style may be different, and how the people choice of words, or there will be more additional words, and the way we communicate with other people might be different. For example, the speech recognition and the more suggestive words, for example, in email. So yeah, that's it. And I think, and I guess that's all my lecture for today. And thank you, and keep safe, everyone.